Welcome back, familia, to Northside LDN, and today I got my bro Anthony from Tony Claude Gooners TV. Make sure you like and
Yep.
subscribe to my boy's channel. Anthony, what do you make of yesterday's result, bro? Arsenal lost 3-1.
Oh my God. I was brought back to reality yesterday, not side. Uh Having won 5 games in a row this season. I was buzzing, I was really thinking that, that Arsenal was going to go into Manchester United and pick up 3 points. I actually thought that. But to my surprise, we bottled it. We totally bottled it yesterday. Um, how can you have 61% of the whole ball possession? Manchester United 39%. We having 16 goal attempts, while Manchester United having just 10, and you couldn't actually produce 2 to 3 good scintillating moments out of those those situations. What
Mm.
does that show? It shows that we're missing something. Arsenal is missing something. So that takes us back to what many other people have been saying. Did we really buy well during the summer? Was that okay? These are the questions that me and you will attempt to really just attempt to get an answer. Um, it's all good and okay if people are trying to make critical appraisals of Arsenal as a team, and people see it as toxic, or people see it as this person is chatting, in a very very toxic way. But this let's don't get it twisted. No matter how you want to be whole positive about yesterday's gameplay, Arsenal bottled it at the moment. We really, really, really wanted it to go well for us. Why is it that we always bottle it at, at the prime minute, at the prime moment? We were meant to go into Manchester United, at least come out there with a draw. It would have still been understandable. But going down there, having all those ball possession, and just being caught in the way that we were caught yesterday, it burnt me. My blood was boiling. I'm absolutely fuming yesterday. And I was also what came to light yesterday was the fickle mindedness of our midfield. Our midfield was poor. It's not good enough. Lokonga, it's not good enough. See, yeah, I'm all up about positivity. I don't want you or your fans to get this twisted. I'm all about positivity. I'm all about constructive criticism. But there's a point to which you have to call a spade, and you have to bring your realism into what you're actually thinking into this club. It's okay when we talk about standards of this club, but when you're talking about standards, we need to understand that before Arsenal can get back to these standards, we need the right people in place. We need the right skilled players to be fit, to be okay. Now, our midfield, we were lacking. What was the problem? Lokonga wasn't good enough. He wasn't just totally good enough. Zaka is not good enough for us to rely on him. And a replacement that would have even done something a little bit, El Neni, is injured. So why didn't we go into that market and splash out on a Thomas Party replacement? Why? Not side. Why? I'm asking this question. Why? Why would we allow Lokonga to be in that midfield? He wasn't doing anything. He was being run ragged by Fernandez. Just look at that pass from Fernandez straight up to Anthony. Very sweet pass. How can you allow those type of passes, to get through? Why? It's not good enough. Totally,
Oh, I mean,
absolutely not good enough.
100% agree with you, bro. I couldn't agree with you anymore. And the title of this video is because I've had some time to sit on it, and I was calling it before the match. You know, why are we in this position? Why are we in a position that Lokonga, that nobody, if both of our midfielders, El Nene and Partey are fit, would start in our starting lineup? So why were Arsenal fans having so much disrespect towards Man United when in reality, Xhaka already knew he's been here 6 years. He ain't good enough. Yeah, Lokonga ain't ready. We saw that against Nottingham Forest last year. He's not ready, and that's against Nottingham Forest. Do you get what I'm saying? This is before they spent all the 100 and so million and they spent in this transfer window. And he wasn't good enough. He was the reason that we lost that game 1-0. What I didn't understand is the disrespect and the arrogance from so many Arsenal fans disrespecting Man United, not putting any Man United player in the starting lineup, disregarding that we don't have a CDM for this match, and underestimating a lot of Man United players. That what did I say before the match? They have a lot of players that can come off the bench and hurt us. They're bringing on Ronaldo. They didn't even need to start with Ronaldo. Didn't even have to start with Casemiro. We made McTominay look so good. He played the majority of the game. And the thing is, it all comes down to preparation. Arsenal are not prepared. And this is why I don't gas it up. This is why I don't get gassed after 5 games. Me and you know, I know when you messaged me, I already knew what the energy was. And the energy was, you know, oh, we've got 5 wins in 5. I knew your energy, yeah?
Yeah, that was my energy. That was my energy. You know, I was coming down to the show to shut you down, basically. You know, but I got humbled yesterday. I was forced to eat an humble pie yesterday.
Bro, we lost that match yesterday because we created chances, but we wasn't lethal enough. Who in this club decided to get rid of Aubameyang? Because I said it at the start of the season. Going into this season, would we not look a lot stronger with Aubameyang and Gabriel Jesus? Aubameyang is lethal in the box, and Gabriel Jesus can link play and he can score goals. You have 2 different types of tools there to use as a striker force. But what do? We go with Nketiah. Yeah, the guy is more like Sonic than a striker. He runs around, but he's not clinical enough. We would look way more stronger with Aubameyang because he was still under contract. We didn't have to
Nketiah. See, let's be very serious about this. Nketiah isn't really good enough. We all know why Nketiah is still at the club. Nketiah is that player that Mikel Arteta really has a very, very soft spot for. So obviously, if the manager has a soft spot for you, you definitely find yourself in that team. But Aubameyang came with lots of negative energy, the way we saw in all or nothing. At least we could actually see that right now. But my own problem with all this is that if you're getting rid of Aubameyang, a striker in the mode of Aubameyang, you have to make sure that you have a competitive replacement on for him. It has to be a like for like replacement. Lacazette, went off our club. Where is the replacement for Lacazette? Because right now we only have a Gabriel Jesus, and we're on a ticking time bomb. I don't know if anyone realizes this. If Gabriel Jesus, as you can see, I have no problem with Gabriel Jesus. He was fighting yesterday. He was the best player on the pitch for me yesterday. He was fighting, the way he was really attacking, he was on those one-on-one balls, trying to get those balls, trying to reach those areas where we could be able to get, a good landing for a goal. But, it wasn't just possible for him. And with what I saw yesterday, Gabriel Jesus is putting so much energy into his tackles. What happens when he gets injured? And we saw Nketiah come in yesterday. What impact did he have, for the, little minutes that he had to play? He absolutely did nothing. Even the very substitutions Arteta made yesterday, very, very questionable. I'm not all here for Arteta out. I'm not here for all those politics, but I'm here for reality. How in God's name did we not go into the market and get a center midfielder, a central defensive midfielder in the mode of a Thomas Partey that can come in and mop up our central defensive mechanism. We all know that Xhaka is not good enough. He's a ticking time bomb. Anything can happen at any time. Of course, for the first 5 games, he's had a little bit of a progression. But when it comes to big team reality, the reality check we got yesterday was a humble pie that we Arsenal fans need to realize that we're sitting on. And I don't know, not side. I'm really fearful for the next coming games we're having.
This is why I said this season we're finishing 6th. It's all about planning. People want me to always come on my channel and be super positive. How can I be positive when this club does nothing in January, when we have multiple positions where we need strengthening in? Multiple positions. We get rid of Pepe and we have no rotation for Saka. For a lot of games, Saka wasn't playing that great.
Saka is burnt out. Did you see it yesterday?
Hold on a sec. Against yesterday, Saka, he was trying. Yeah, he was trying. But in the last couple of games, Saka's performances haven't been that great. When you look at his performance over 90 minutes, haven't been that game. We have no one to come off the bench to replace him. That's why he plays week in, week out. Then you have Granit Xhaka that ain't good enough. And I was seeing flaws in the last couple of games. And I was saying, what a lot of people telling me? Oh, we've got cojones. Why do we need to have cojones against an Aston Villa team that is not good enough? A Fulham team that ain't good enough. Why are we showing cojones? Of course, there are matches where it doesn't go in your favor, but we are the clear favorites. We spend more money than these teams. We are supposed to be better than these teams. We should supposed to be blitzing them. Even against Crystal Palace, I was seeing fragilities. And this is why I complained all the way in January. And I said, why didn't we strengthen the team? We need to strengthen the team every transfer window because we are playing catch up. We did nothing in January. We come into this summer and people are getting overly gassed with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. Yesterday, Zinchenko, his performance was shocking. But to be fair, on the left-hand side, we actually got good cover. Zinchenko had a bad game, but I do think he's a decent player. The centre-backs, when you take away Gabriel and you take away Saliba, the drop-off in levels is mad. And even Gabriel is a massive question mark because he keeps making mistakes. It's easy to have cojones against smaller teams and get the result. That's not convincing to me because these are teams that we should be wiping the floor with comfortably. And we wasn't. And I was looking at the team and I was saying there was still a lot to be done and a lot wasn't done. When you look at Man United, the excuses that I'm seeing from Arsenal fans, I'm not going to have. When you're disrespecting Man United, when I can see that Odegaard ain't good enough, and then Fabio Vieira comes on and he's not good enough, why didn't we get a proper number 10? Because I tell you what, Maddison to me is better than Odegaard. Odegaard, once again, looks good for tiki-taka, but he's not clinical enough. He never has that clinical ball. Instead of shooting, he passes. Instead of passing, he shoots. His decision-making in the final third leaves a lot to be desired. Then you look at the defensive midfield. We all knew that when this club decided to give a contract renewal to El Neni, that was the wrong move. We need to move from El Neni because the past couple of seasons, he hasn't been good enough. And we didn't. We renewed his contract and job done. I said, why didn't we go get Paulinho from Fulham? Why didn't we go get Milinkovic-Savic? Why didn't we go and get these players? Yeah, because we're releasing loads of players, but we're not replacing them. Then you look at Granit Xhaka. How many more times do I need to say it? He looks great against smaller teams. Up against the big six, he ain't good enough. If we're supposed to be competing for major honours, he ain't good enough. They got a reality check yesterday. Then Ben White is playing right back. Why didn't we go and get a right back on the same level as Tierney? Why? And once again, we're playing out of form Saka.
Even the bigger question is why Tomiyasu isn't playing that spot right now. See, we need the right players playing in the right places in the team. Then why, in God's name, did you get Tomiyasu? Whether it's good enough, but why is, because I'm not really convinced about a Ben White in that team, to be very sincere with you. Coming in with, with that price tag from Brighton, definitely he has to play. But at least put them in the right places where they could be able to be more effective in the team. He's not a right back.
Why would you put Ben White? Why would you put Ben White? How does this make any sense? Why would you put Ben White as right back, playing right back, even though he's a centre back, right back, up against players like Sancho? Why? You know he's going to be exposed if he doesn't have the discipline to sit back because he knows on the counter he doesn't have the recovery pace. It makes
the recovery pace, exactly.
Makes no sense. Why would you do that? First of all, it's not his position. Second of all, you know he can be exploited. Do you get what I'm saying? And they kept attacking us down that side. and he wasn't dealing with them. The 2 goals that they had, he was caught offside, playing a high line, just like Saliba, just like Gabriel, and he got caught offside. It's not only Ben White's fault, it's the defense as a collective, but it's not good enough. And the Arsenal fans' arrogance, none of them were rating Eriksen. None of them were rating players like McTominay and everything. And if all of these men saying that Man United are dead, what are we? Because we just got panned by a Man United team that everyone was saying was dead and buried, ain't good enough, and we should be blitzing them 3-0. The disrespect, a lot of Arsenal fans, the arrogant, toxic, positive ones, you have to hold this. Because when I'm bringing up concerns, this is the problem. When I moaned in January, I was the moaner. I was the negative one. Oh, no, sir, you're just moaning. When we didn't get top 4, I got no apologies, yeah? I told these lot, I see that we're not doing what we need to do. Oh, you're negative, you're negative. And then after, oh, we should have signed in January. Now the summer window's closed. I was saying we haven't done enough business to move forward because even with our starting lineup all fit, we're not strong enough. What was the excuse yesterday? Oh, we had injuries. We only had 1 player out of our starting lineup. 1 player. Yeah, because Zinchenko arguably starts because everyone's saying that's one of the signings of the summer. Yeah, you got Gabriel and Saliba, which I do like Saliba. Then you've got Ben White. Everyone's telling me Ben White is the next coming of I don't even know, Roberto Carlos or something. Then you've got Xhaka. He starts because normally it's Xhaka Partey. The only one Odegaard always starts for us as a number 10. Then you've got Martinelli, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus. The only one missing from our starting lineup is Partey. Yet we still got Pam. We still got Pam. Yeah. So what is the excuse? We only have 1 player out, bro. And it's already capitulation. Last season, Zinchenko got injured, Partey got injured, capitulation. So why are we not learning that Partey cannot give us a whole season in the Premier League? Why are we not doing it?
Like that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have. And then you go into the market at the tail end of the deadline day, and then you're going for Douglas Luiz. Like, how shocking can that be? Douglas Luiz isn't even the first, second choice in that position for Aston Villa. Why are you going for him? Why? And see, the whole trajectory, how we even did business this summer is even very, very questionable for me. You go in, yes, you bought Gabriel Jesus quickly. Definitely, that's good. You went in, you got a Zinchenko. That's nice. It's okay. But you know we needed a backup for Granit Xhaka. You know, anytime, anything can happen. You knew we need at least a very, very good cover for Gabriel Jesus if he gets injured. Right now, I can't say the same thing for Eddie Nketiah coming in to cover for Gabriel Jesus. And right now, we also did know that Thomas Partey, you know, he has problems with his recurring injury. We needed cover down there. Right now, for that team to even have a balance, a similarity of balance, we actually need to sign at least 6 more players. We even need an extra defender. What happens when Saliba goes injured? People are not even really thinking about this thing. And is it Rob Oden, you know, who's going to come around and cover up, you know, the very thoughts of this issue is really, because yesterday I was given a humble pie yesterday. I was really bigging up the team, you know, trying to be very, very positive about the team and everything, because I really believe that we Arsenal fans should come together. But there comes a time where you need to face the reality. I'm tired of going to, just like I was saying in my podcast yesterday, I'm tired of Arsenal actually going to these top 4 teams and getting absolutely piped by these teams. Absolutely and brutally piped by these teams. It's not good enough to go to Manchester City and go and get pumped there 5-1, 3-1, 4-1. It's not good enough to go into Liverpool.
I want to ask you a question
And get absolutely piped down there.
Apply enough pressure, because the fan base as a whole, for me as Arsenal fans, the reason I get onto the fan base so much, even though I love this club, is because they don't learn. We are 19 years now of being failures and of not winning the Premier League, not winning a major honor. Yeah. When will fans realize when we're not doing what's necessary? Do you get what I'm saying? Because listen, big up to you, because at least you're being man enough to say, you know what, I was positive, but you know what, I should have seen the storm coming. And the storm has come very, very quick. So big up to you, bro, because I'll tell you what, a lot of these keyboard warriors don't have half the chest to say, you know what, I got it wrong. And even I said, this season, I call it prove me wrong, shut me up. And the way you're going to shut me up, win me Europa and be in the league title. And I was saying on my channel, I was wrong. Yeah, but up until then, I ain't saying sorry for nothing. The thing is, we knew we didn't do enough business, but because the results were coming in against teams we're supposed to beat, nobody wanted to see the glaring problems in this team.
The glaring problems facing the team.
The Martinelli and Saka, as it stands, ain't good enough to get us winning the league, because that should be the ambition. Gabriel Jesus has only scored 14 goals. Listen, I'm not crapping on these three because I actually rate them. Let me make that really, really clear. Yeah, they're very good, but we need even better if we're going to challenge the likes of Man City and Liverpool. They need proper competition, not Marquinhos, not players like that. They need proper competition. Gabriel Jesus has scored the same amount of goals. I think his highest tally is 14 goals. That's the same as Lacazette. And we've deemed Lacazette not good enough. Does that mean in an Arsenal team playing week in, week out, he can't? No, I'm not saying that. But like you said, what about suspensions, fatigue? What if he gets injured? We need someone as good, if not better, to get the best out of Gabriel Jesus, even though he has been very good. Then you're looking around that team. The midfield was a major thing that we needed to.
It was a mess.
Why? Because we beat Fulham, because we brushed away Bournemouth, because we beat Aston Villa, because we beat Crystal Palace. Everything is good. Now saying this ain't good enough. We're going with the same squad from last season, and it hasn't been enough of an improvement. And people didn't want to hear it. I was getting labelled as negative. When we're Arsenal fans, demand more and actually not wait to the summer window to be closed or the transfer window to be closed like in January and then say, what if? Because in the Man United game, I'm sorry, how are we bringing Rashford's career back to life? It's Marcus Rashford, bro. Why are we bringing his career back to life? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is absolutely embarrassing. And what I see from there is I agree with what's his name? Roy Keane. That a lot of Arsenal fans are coming out with all this, but we had all this possession. Possession doesn't win games. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? When he's coming out with all of this, I'm thinking he's correct. Roy Keane come out and said, what did he say in Sky Sports? Where is he? Where's his quotes? There he is. He goes, when I was a player and teams came here and had a good day, I never worried about the pundits. I was interested in the points. You can praise Arsenal all you want, but this is a results and winning football. This is about results and winning football matches. Facts, bro. Possession doesn't win us nothing. We used to have the most possession under Arsene Wenger, but we wasn't winning anything in the last 10 years. No major honours anyway. So why is Arsenal fans talking about, the VAR? Even if the VAR goal stood, they still packed 3 against us. So we'd still lose 3-2. Is that good enough?
Exactly. See, not side. I'm someone that's very, very crazy about statistics because I always believe that even if you don't grind out results, in games, but the statistics actually help you get a true picture of what really happened in that game. Arsenal having 61% of the ball possession, Manchester United having 39 anyway. And we all knew that this was the game plan of Manchester United coming into this game. We always knew that they would want to always catch us on the break. You always knew that they would always want to watch out our defenders, slot in Rashford or Sancho running, after diagonals and trying to get those goals in. So why didn't we plan in this way? Why didn't we have that tactical reasoning to counter this type of football in which Manchester United is playing right now? So it's not just enough to go into this tough opposition areas. Go there, get enough possession, and you don't win the game because the whole nitty gritty of having possession is to win. Put the ball at the back of the net, and crazy enough, yesterday Arsenal had 16 goal attempts. And we couldn't just even bury even one. Odegaard was actually missing in that game. Odegaard was actually missing in that game. He threw 1 or 2 passes. He's that kind of player that would do that. He would do that for you. He would throw 1 or 2 passes. But it's okay for you to do that against smaller teams. But when it really matters, how can you bottle it? And that's why when people are always saying that, okay, I always arguing is Odegaard world class? Isn't he world class? Well, no. I think we got our answer yesterday. But I still do think that we need more. We need more. We need to do more. We can't be better than this.
To your point, Yeah, how can we have more possession, more shots on goal, but Man United had more shots on target and they had more clear-cut chances? If you're dominating possession, you should have more shots on target and you should have more clear-cut chances, no? Because you're seeing more of the ball. And this is what I'm saying. Possession, who cares? They got more shots off on target with less possession and
Yeah.
more clear-cut chances. So why it just goes to show that we get to the edge of the box, to your point, and we just pass around. It's not good enough. And you know what? When I was calling it out against teams that we were beating, and I was saying, listen, we're not burying these teams. We're letting them come back into the game. We're letting them, and
Into the
even
game.
when we had the goal ruled off, bro, it was 0-0. Why are we capitulating at 0-0? And then when they get a goal and we get one back, why do we capitulate like that?
But not side. But not side. I really want you to also look at this picture. Refereeing and the VAR has been an absolute disgrace this season. I'm not using that as a pretext to kind of like form an excuse for Arsenal's defeat yesterday. We were beaten fair and square. It's down to Arsenal and our planning yesterday. But you need to realize what VAR is turning into. The kind of mistakes the referees and the VAR attendants are actually having is absolutely shocking. It's absolutely Roy Keane, who is actually talking right there, right now. I kind of like agree with his own understanding. But when he was having those legendary battles with Vieira, will that push that Odegaard had on Ericsson, would it have stood by now? So this is the realities we're checking about. And again, Tierney, the referee that came in yesterday, is from Salford. And Salford is it's an adjacent town to Manchester. Why aren't we looking into this? Why is VAR not being used in an advantageous way for everyone to enjoy from it? I don't know how you see that, man.
It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I was seeing? Because I wanted to see the reaction of a lot of positive Arsenal fans. And you know what the reaction was? The same as last season. Oh, it's a write-off. Oh, we'll react again in Everton. And these are the reasons, yeah, why we'll miss out on top four, miss out. And people look back at the end of the season and say, you know what? If we didn't have the action, if we didn't have we're giving away free hits, we could have, the 2-3 point difference in getting into the top four. You would have got into the top four. And I want more than top four. You know what I mean? You can't keep going into every season with fans thinking that games like this is a free hit. How are we going to progress if we're allowing the club to think that, well, don't worry about it, it's a free hit? This is why nothing changes at Arsenal. Because they'll rather hold people like me to account than hold players to account, the manager and the board that set the standard of this club, of what they will tolerate and what they won't. I mean, look at Bournemouth getting rid of their manager after only, Scott Parker only after a couple of games because they're trying to set a standard. That's not good enough. But if that happened at Arsenal, you're negative. So all the Bournemouth fans negative as well. Are the chairman negative for getting rid of him because he's not getting results? It's a results business. And for fans brushing it off and saying, it's a free hit. Well, why is it a free hit when none of you man rated Man United? When none of you man are rating Ten Hag? When all of you lot saying that they're washed and that you wouldn't put no Man United player in the starting lineup? Why is it a free hit?
Well, Manchester City, but you also have to understand the dynamics of what happened to Manchester United. This is all of a sudden. Manchester United coming into this game have lost the first two games. One very disgracefully against Brentford. They managed to scrape a win even without possession. With the biggest rivals, Liverpool, and of course the bitter lackluster Leicester team. So of course coming into that match, and Arsenal going on five games on the trot, both home and away. The fans were pumping, and it made us not to look in the hindsight, to really look into that these teams that we're beating right now and are not really like the biggest teams we'll be facing. What happens when we go face that Manchester United? What happens when we go face a Manchester City? So, these were the big talking points, in everything we're looking at. So it was just shocking yesterday what I saw. I was forced to eat an humble pie yesterday, but I don't know. I just don't understand how we'll go with this. Ross Barkley, just a day ago, He was on a free. Why couldn't Arsenal go for him? Why? Like, are we bigger? Like, he's even better right now than what we have in midfield right now. Why didn't we go in for him? Why is Buckley going to Nice, getting a move to Nice, when we could make use of him? Right now, we could do with him because Lokonga had a poor. I'm not here to to slate players. I actually like to do my own in a constructive way, but sometimes you just have to let it all hang out there. Lokonga was poor yesterday. Zaka was giving. Oh my God! Did you see what happened at the touchline where Zaka just he just gave the ball freely to Rashford? Like, I don't understand. When you meet big teams, why do you bottle it up like this? If you see, like for me, I actually was with that 5 game on the trot we had. I was actually thinking that, oh my God, Arsenal could be in the mix of winning the league this season.
Mm.
Because going to a place like Crystal Palace wasn't an easy place. Of course, you saw what happened with Crystal Palace and Liverpool. So I was really having this positive attitude, like, okay, we're going to go there, we're going to do something this year, and then we just bottled it when we should have been able to go into the market, get a good central defender, an extra central defender, and a Thomas Partey replacement, the central midfield. Even Zaka, I don't really rate him, but we needed those replacements. We need at least two. Why is Paqueta going to West Ham when we do need him? Clearly, we do need him in Arsenal. These are the problems. And the board, I'm not here to slate Arteta, but I really think that Edu and the board should be held accountable for this. Why are you not providing the cover that Arteta needs? Why?
Bro, let's make a
Why
quick
is this
comparison.
happening?
Let's make a quick comparison. And this is what I don't understand, why some Arsenal fans feel like we can't have high expectations here at Arsenal. Conte, people sick of me comparing us to Conte, but there's two managers we can compare. Conte's been here, yeah? Only just been here. Got a style of play. Pit on the first, he didn't even have a full season. They were sinking under Nuno Espirito Santos, and he's able to get them top four without spending all this money, getting all his own players, X, Y, and Z, all the excuses Arsenal fans make for Arteta. Then you have Ten Hag that's coming to something that all Arsenal fans, all football fans can agree is a shambles at Man United. Is getting a style of play, is dropping Ronaldo, dropping Maguire, seeing what's not working, brings in 3 or 4 players only, and is able to get a style of play and able to start getting results against Liverpool, and against an Arsenal team that this manager is now on the 4th year of his process, spend 400 million pounds, and he's probably going to spend some more in January. Do you get what I'm saying? So why is it that we can't have the expectation? Why? Because there's managers here that are doing more than Arteta, they're doing more or just about as good as Arteta with less money spent and less time in their respective clubs. So why can we not complain? Because I swear we have not won the league for 19 years. And we are allowing other teams are looking better structured. Look at Tottenham, bro. Look at Tottenham. And so many Arsenal fans were shitting on Tottenham. And listen, I know they don't win anything, but they're still doing things better than Arsenal. When people are like, oh yeah, but we showed cojones. Why are you bigging up Tottenham? They showed cojones against Chelsea. We only showed cojones against Fulham and Aston Villa. We came up against Man United, which everybody coming into this game was saying out of the big 6, Man United were the worst. And we still got piped 3-1. Is this acceptable? You know, Lampard, when he failed at Chelsea and spent money, sacked because there's expectations. You know what I mean? Ole at Man United, spend big money, didn't reach what they wanted, sacked. Why are we continuing with this guy? Why? When other clubs have got the ball to sack their managers when they underperform. You know, if this manager cannot turn around and say he has not been backed, he's been backed in his decisions. He was backed with Ozil's decision, backed with Aubameyang's decision, backed with getting rid of 6 players in January. At a certain point, you do need to produce.
Well, not side. When it comes to Arteta, I have a little bit of I'm in the middle in that because I believe that the club is rotten deep down from top to bottom. And Arteta just came to face that mess Even before Arteta came in, that mess has been there. How can we be going for a Douglas Lewis and willing to pay 23 million pounds, 25 million pounds for him? And our winger in Nicola Pepe, we cannot even get 5 million pounds for him. Our record signing that we bought for 72 million pounds. That's not Arteta's job to do that. It's the board's job to do that. What's Edu doing? Why can't we? Why is Arsenal the only club that cannot be able to get some money, at least some token, a little bit of token from the sales of players? How can we be able to just ship Aubameyang down to Barcelona and Barcelona say, "Hey guys, you're welcome. Thank you for bringing us Aubameyang, and hey, bye bye to Chelsea. You can take him for 12 million." Why? Why is it good enough to be sellable in Barcelona and not good enough for us to get anything from him in Arsenal? These are the questions. So it's not even about Arteta here. It's a deep rooted rot in our club. And we need to get that out of our club. It all starts from the Cronkies. We need to start taking responsibility for this. We need to start taking responsibility for this, because yesterday's game really knocked me off my perch yesterday. I'm a very positive person, but yesterday, man, my chest went down. Yesterday
It hurt, bro. It hurt.
It hurt.
You
It
know
hurt
there
me.
are rivals,
It
bro.
hurt me. It
I
hurt
don't.
me.
You know this comment here from this guy here. I don't know when you started supporting Arsenal, but it was always neck and neck. Arsenal, Man United. There are rivals. Half my family are
Definitely.
divided. Man United and Arsenal. The
Yeah.
crap I had to go through with Wenger, the last 10 years of Wenger being a failure,
Yeah.
and the grilling I got from my Man United side of my family. Bro,
Yeah.
I can't stand losing to them. And I hate this comment, because this is exactly the type of Arsenal fan that when we didn't do business in January and then didn't get top four, oh, we should have got players in January. Then this season, now we ain't done business in the summer. Oh, when we get sixth or seventh or whatever, because we ain't getting top four. Oh, we should have done this, we should have done that. But we'll go again. This go again attitude. This is what's led to Arsenal being failures for 19 years. Because the Kroenkes sit back and say, well, I don't need to shut up fans like Northside. All the toxic positive ones will, because they will always churn out excuses for me when I'm not doing what's necessary, because we'll go again, guys. We'll go again. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't need to say anything, because fans like this guy here, is the Kroenkes lawyers. And then when things go to shit and we don't get in the Champions League, we don't win major honors, get the Kroenkes out. Why are you backing his flipping process then? Because he is the one that hired Edu and Mikel that are not good enough. They don't want to complain right now, because fans like this are too scared to say it as it is. Like I keep saying it, even when the going is good, I call it out, because I'm seeing that they're not doing what's needed. And then when we don't do what is necessary, don't worry, Well, let me tell you something, Whoever put this comment here, because you're too scared to put your picture up, Anyway, let me tell you this. It wasn't me that said this season, pre-season, Edu and Mikel said we, Arsenal, every year should be winning major honors. They said it out of their mouths. Even certain players came out and said that, because that is the standard of this club, And fans like you, I'm sorry to say it, you hold us back. You hold us back because you show the owner that, new shirts are getting bought. Ticket prices are getting bought. Everyone's going into the armory shop.
Krumus. See, man, I'm not a negative person. I'm actually very positive. But sometimes you just have to be very, very critical in a constructive way. You just said something here. Please stop the negativity. That the injuries are part of. See, we all knew that Partey would get injured. Is there any Arsenal fan this season, going to the season, that did not know or have that in the back of their mind that Thomas Partey was going to be injured? We all knew he was going to be injured. So where is the adequate cover for him? As we can see, Lokonga is not good enough. Yeah, I like the youth. He's a nice guy. But being a nice guy doesn't really qualify you to be, to be what is enough for Arsenal. And why didn't we just go into that market earlier? If we even needed Douglas Luiz, why didn't we go earlier and get him? Why didn't we go and buy Berkeley? He went to Nice. Why didn't you just go get him? Because he's even better than what we have right now. So at least shore up that defense, wait till when Partey comes back, and then bring him back. Because even now that we're even trying to say, okay, because some Arsenal fans were saying that, hey, Partey is coming back next week, but you all know that he's being rushed in. And of course, he's going to get injured again. So this is the problem. So what is happening? We need this cover up. We need this cover up for these guys. We need an extra. See, the time bomb you guys are not really seeing right now is Saliba. I love Saliba. He's a great guy. You know, he puts his money where his mouth is. But once Saliba gets injured, not side.
Bro, do you know what it? Do you know what it is? It's about accountability.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give this example. I'll touch a little bit on my personal life. There was a time in my life where I was too hot tempered, and I'm very very nice, but if you disrespect me, I had a lot of built up anger towards my dad and other things that happened in my personal life, and I'll just start whacking you up, yeah. And one time that got me in trouble, and one time it caught up with me, and somebody, who's disrespectful, I whacked him up, and I got sent down the police station. I had to look at me. Yeah, I couldn't look and say, oh, because my dad was this, because that happened in my life, because I had to assess myself and say, you know what? Regardless of whatever I've been through in my personal life, I am not doing the right thing. I'm not doing the right thing. And I can't change my past, but I can do better for the future. This is the mentality I wish the Arsenal fans had. Don't always look at VAR for an excuse. The referee. Look at ourselves and the way the club is run and the recruitment of players that we're getting in. Yeah, this club always loves to come out and say we need the right player. Is Lokonga the right player? Is Nuno Tavares the right player? Is Ben White the right player? Are these men the right players? Is Fabio Vieira, is Odegaard the right player? When you really think about it, are they the right players? We're spending more money than everyone. We spend more money than Liverpool. The only team spending more money than us are the Manchester clubs. We spend a lot of money, but when you look,
we're not even getting any money back. We're not.
Look at
that's even the biggest problem. We're not getting any money back from our players that we're buying with exorbitant prices.
If you blame
we're not getting anything back. Bellerin wanted his contract torn up. We can't even get a cent from them, and it's a problem for us.
When I made that, the point I'm trying to get at is until I assess myself. I could stand here, yeah, and listen, I'm not going to say which family. I've got a family member, yeah. All she ever does, I'm not going to name it out because it's my personal life. All she ever does is blame everyone else in the world as to why she can't do certain things in their life. Oh, it's so-and-so's fault. Oh, I never got this opportunity. Oh, I never did this. Oh, I never got...
Yeah.
Because that person in my family never looks at herself, she never improves. This is the number one rule. If you want to change something about your life, you have to look within. And a lot of Arsenal fans, I don't know how they get through life. Because if you want something, go out and get it. Yeah? This is what I'm saying. Have that application to your club. Because my mum came here to England as a foreigner with nothing, not speaking a word of English. And she made something for herself. Growing up, luckily, because my mum busts her ass, we had things that sometimes my friends that had two parents didn't have. Yeah, because she looked at herself and said, I want better. Yeah, I'm not going to look and say, oh, I wasn't born British. I had to come over from Angola, then go to Portugal, then this, then that. I don't have a man. I don't do this. I don't do that. Arsenal fans, you ever want anything better in your life, look within. And with your football club, instead of looking at, oh, pundits are against us, referees are against us, VAR's against us. If you score the goals, get the players in, scout players properly. Don't let players run down their contracts and get nothing for them, and basically burning money, then we will improve.
We can't even get money from these players that we bought for exorbitant prices. That's the one that even hits me. And FFP rules are already circling around us. And that's because we're not getting income than the ones we're spending out. How in God's name can't we get any amount of money for Nikolai Pepe? Why was Bellerin in negotiations to tear up his contract? And his contract was torn up. And they've shipped him down to Barcelona. Why aren't we getting any money from this? And no one asks these questions. I would say this again. I'm a very constructive guy when I do my criticism, uh, because I really want to be very, very constructive in my criticisms of this football club in a way. But let's go into September, August. Let's go win these games. We really need these wins. I don't know. Can we cope without Partey right now? I, I just don't really see that. But let's see, because yesterday really exposed us. When we meet these big teams, we're going to be exposed, because Lokonga is not good enough. Zaka isn't good enough. We needed a savage in that team. I
Oh, where's he gone?
Tillemans
Anthony.
was being talked about. All true. Why didn't we go for Tillemans and drop that 25 million pounds and get him? He was willing to come. He even sold his house in Leicester. He was living in a hotel. Why didn't we go for Tillemans? It's better than what we have right now in our midfield. Why didn't we go for him? I'm more of a cover. Why didn't we get a cover? Why wasn't Pedro Neto brought into the team? Why? Why aren't all these players that we've been linked with? Why didn't they come to the club? So I think Edu has a case to answer. We need to know why there's no cover for Thomas Partey and El Neni.
Well, I mean, this here, I mean, I've seen this news. Ruben Neves has said he was ready to leave Wolves this summer, and amid reported interest from Arsenal and Manchester United. Why didn't we go get him? Because he's better than El Neni, and he was ready. So why didn't we
It's
go?
just shocking. It's shocking, it's shocking. It's shocking. And I'm absolutely angry because if we continue like this, we're going to go into Man City. They're gonna pipe us this season, definitely. If we go into Anfield, we're going to get disgraced. Our skirts will be opened if we go with the same team. I just really hope that Thomas Partey comes back and he comes back strong. That's our only hope right now, because it clearly shows. It clearly shows. And again, we have a McQuinnus that we bought. Why is McQuinnus on the bench and you're not using him? I these are questions I'm not going at Arteta. Of course, I already not side. I already know that you're not an Arteta guy. Of course, definitely, I know that. But these questions need to be asked. Like I said, I'm a moderate Arteta in, because I believe that the problems of this club is it's not his problem. It starts with the board itself. And the board needs to do lots of things. Changes need to occur there before even we should even be talking about the coach himself. So that's why I'm even excluding Arteta from all these things. But still, we still need to criticize him a bit when he gets it wrong. That three reactionary changes, the substitutes he brought in, three at a time, it was questionable. Very, very questionable.
I
Removing
want to get
Zinchenko,
your.
bringing in Katia. Okay, we saw a little glimpses of Fabio Vieira. We saw a little glimpse of him. Why hasn't this guy been playing? Give him a few runouts in the team. Why is he just sitting down on the bench? At least he could
Was you
clearly do
impressed by?
something
Was you
rather than
impressed by him,
Zaka. Why
bro?
is he keep
Was you
playing?
impressed by Fabi Vieira? I wasn't impressed by him, bro.
No, but he threw some real good passes. Even when they scored the third goal, he was the one running back. He was running back speedily to go get that ball. Our old defenders were just elsewhere. Lokonga, of course. It's let's see, man. I really like Lokonga. I like him. He's a young guy. He's a cool guy. But hey, man, he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
No,
He's not good
100%, bro.
enough.
Listen,
He's
Lenny,
not good
thank you so
enough.
much. Thank you, Lenny, for the super chat. My brother Northside spitting facts. Listen, people, big up to you, bro. You're a
Lenny,
real one.
big ups to you, man. Big ups to you,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
Big ups to you, man. Big
Thank you
ups to
very
you.
much. Very kind of you, bro. Anthony, I want to get your thoughts on our coming fixtures. Obviously, we've got Europa League, the next
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Let's look over the
I'm
Europa League
sorry.
a
I'm
little
sorry.
bit.
I'm coming. Hey guys, you the viewers down there, please like this program. If you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the station. Northside is doing something good. We might not see eye to eye in some certain type of ideas, but I really feel his pain and I really understand him very, very well. So go there, subscribe more to his channel, and share and like this program right now on YouTube. Yeah.
Now, come on, man. Also sub to Tony Claude Gunner TV as well. Make sure you go in and support my bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I like. You know, we can see eye to eye on some things, and we can disagree on other things, and it's all with love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you're
It's
looking at
all
our
love.
fixtures, let's take away the Europa League games for a minute. Let's just
Okay.
concentrate on the Premier League a little bit, the bread and butter.
Yeah.
We've got Everton next, then we got Brentford, who we lost to the first game of last season. Then we got Tottenham, Liverpool. October's looking, when we're starting off October, it's looking very, very, very hard. Like we got Tottenham, Liverpool, Leeds, Man City. Man United game looks like to be postponed at the moment. So we've got a lot of the big boys in October. What do you make of October and how we're going to manage that with the team that we've got currently?
Partey, like right now we can see the importance, and I keep emphasizing on Partey. Partey being injured affects the whole dynamics in this team, because right now we can see that Arteta is now experimenting on midfielders right now. He's now bringing in Lokonga. He's now experimenting now with Fabio Vieira right now. It's a big problem. We need to get Partey back. We need to get him seriously bandaged up. We need to get him up and running. Bro, I don't see us going to Everton, because Everton is a very poor side right now, of course, they were able to do one good business in the transfer market in bringing Gaye from PSG. I rate the player, absolutely classy player. I think we might still do justice to that. We might still get Everton over the way. But Brentford is of course, Ivan Toney. You know what he did to us last season. Uh, Going into that Brentford match without Thomas Partey scares the shit out of me. I don't know how we're going to get any points from that game. And Deji Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs, going down there with what I saw yesterday, man. I don't know. Of course, most derbys are charged up, but we're a little bit light. Don't you see that? North side, we're very light in that midfield, and if we venture start that match with Lokonga, we'll get absolutely piped at home to Tottenham. Like that's how bad it is. But I don't know, and I just don't know. Partey just see if we had a replacement for Partey, the story would change. We'll have a little bit of similarity of trust in that midfield. But with Partey gone right now, we're left ragged. We're left open. And again, I don't really trust this newfound reality that we have, that we totally abandon our back four when we go offensive, and we don't actually have that security at the back to be able to cover up when this opposition gets us on a counter attack, just like what Rashford did to us. Ran through our midfield, ran ragged our defenders, no matter how good you are. So I think Arteta has to take part of the blame for yesterday. But going into that match with Tottenham, I don't see us taking any points from that one. At worst, it might be a draw because it might be a charged up game. at what's the draw. With the current team right now, with Brentford, I'm not sure. I'm not sure we can get anything from Brentford with what is happening now, and of course, eh, with Liverpool, we might get absolutely piped. So October is looking scary. Of course, Thomas Partey might be coming back next week, but I think we'll be getting a weaker Thomas Partey. Lots of injections everywhere, and this will only lead to a reoccurrence of his injury again, sadly. And this is the problem with the club. I lay this blame with them because this season is the season that Arsenal should have actually gotten at least top four, at least top four, of which that's not even a trophy. I was going for the trophy this season, but with the showing yesterday, it just took me away, man. Took me away,
Yeah.
completely took me away. I had to eat a humble pie yesterday, and now I have to now do lots of damage control on my Twitter account and on my Instagram accounts because I was absolutely fuming before the match that hey, Arsenal is going to win the league, and I just brought back down to earth. I was actually coming down here to actually have a showdown with you, not side, because I wanted to poke the bear when I come here, throw a few punches at you, tell you that we're top of the table. Of course, we're still top of the table. Throw a few punches to you, make you jitter a little bit, with some slick punches here and there and call you negative. But see, it's not just enough to call you negative because right now I could really see where you're coming from. It's all true, man. It's all true. We're in a serious problem. And I don't see us getting enough points in October. At worst, two draws. At worst, with the current team now. If Partey comes, there could still be a change because we really need Partey in that team right now. Yesterday's game showed us yesterday. If
You
maybe
know what?
we did get Barkley, it's something different. But we have no replacement. We have nothing. We have
Where do
nothing.
you see
And
us?
we're not even experimenting on McQueeners. We're not
Where
getting
do you
him
see
there.
us
Same
finishing
thing
this
with
season?
Pepe. You
Where
said
do you see
what?
us finishing this season? Because
After
I said six.
yesterday, after yesterday, after yesterday, I would just go with top four. After yesterday, I
Top
was going
four.
for second.
You
Yeah,
think
I'll still go
Arsenal
with
can
top
finish in the
four.
top four?
I still think Arsenal would still pull it off to top four this season,
Wow.
because I still think they might be able to learn from this mistake and go through that January market and buy someone. I really do because Edu got lots of stick on Twitter. He got a lot of stick. They listen to these programs. They know. He got a lot of stick for not bringing in a replacement for Thomas Partey. So I really think that they will go into the market January. Arsenal. We're not proactive. We're reactive. So definitely, Edu would go. He would react to that market. He will react to the fans. They would go. They will buy a replacement by January. So let's just hope that this would happen, and then we can be able to look towards a top four finish. But it's going to be tough because Tottenham, the way I'm seeing, Tottenham, they're up there. They're talking and we're listening. Manchester United, they're just 3 points below the tabletop was Arsenal. If they win one more match, they're top of the league now. So all these dynamics, it's just shocking, man. It's just shocking.
Bro,
Yesterday really put me off. Not side.
I'll be real with you, bro. I don't see us getting top four at all. No chance. No chance, bro. And I said this before the transfer window was closed.
They'll come for you. They will come for you, not side.
It's
They'll
cold.
come for you. You'll be toxic. Just for saying that, bro. Just for saying that, man.
Bro, last season when I went on AFTV and I told Cecil, I said, we ain't
Yeah.
getting top four, we ain't good enough. He was looking at me like I was crazy. I would have loved to have seen him at the end of last season because we didn't get top four. So I'm used to it. I'm used to people thinking I'm crazy because at the end of it, they will see why I say it. This season,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Zinchenko, for me, Tierney's still better than him. So we got a bit of rotation, but we haven't really improved the squad overall by getting Zinchenko. But it's good rotation. Gabriel Jesus, we got one decent striker. Last season, we had one decent striker in Aubameyang. Just this manager couldn't get the most out of him. So it's not that much of an improvement, especially then when you look at the other option, which is Nketiah. The midfield hasn't improved. The right back position hasn't improved. The wingers haven't improved.
I'm fuming. The midfield.
And while I'm saying this, Tottenham have done very good business. Man United, that were a shit show, are now playing as a team. And Man United and Chelsea were able to get defensive midfielders into their club. Chelsea got Zakaria. Man United got Casemiro, one of the top 5 best CDMs in world football. There's so many, out of the top 6 teams, Arsenal are still looking the weakest. We were the weakest last season and we're the weakest this season, bro. We are the weakest. We got the weakest manager and we probably have the weakest squad. We ain't good enough. When you're looking at Man United and they're able to bring on Casemiro off the bench, Ronaldo off the bench. Elanga off the bench.
4-time Champions League winner off the bench.
And off Chelsea,
that says the story. That says the story.
They've got Havertz and they've got Aubameyang. They've got the rotation of 2 to play up front. And Chelsea, a lot of that team were players that won them their last Champions League. So people can write them off as much as they want. And I know they're not looking amazing. They're still better than Arsenal. That is the fact. And all these teams have got better managers. CV by CV, you put them, Arteta is the weakest. Do you get what I'm saying? Even Graham Potter's better than him. Because I'd love to anyone argue me, if Arteta was at Brighton, would he do the same thing that Graham Potter's doing? I don't think so. This guy's got all his players, all this money spent, and he's still not able to do it. He's still not able.
But who would we have brought? Who would we have brought to shore things up? Because I still feel like no matter the coach in Arsenal right now, you'll still be facing the same problem Arteta is facing. So why not just go to the root of the problem? Why must it end with Arteta? Because even if, it's easy to go get a Pochettino and bring him to the team. And a Pochettino tells you, please, Partey is an injury-prone player right now, or he got injured, and I need a replacement as soon as possible. And you don't get that replacement. Then what happens? We're still back to the same situation we're in the first place. So it's not only about Arteta. I'll allow you finish.
And I agree. That's the key word you said. It's not only about Arteta. And that's why I split the blame. But since we've had Arteta, this ownership have backed him. They've given him money. They've given him the backing for the decisions of players he wants to keep and players he wants to get rid of. Contracts he wants to extend. So they've backed him on that aspect. I can't blame them on that aspect. Now, on the pitch, when I'm not seeing him do what he needs to do with the money that he's spending, then that is on Arteta. But ultimately, with Arteta continuing to fail at Arsenal and still be employed, I put that back on the ownership. So it's a collective. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a collective blame, but there's certain bits I can hold accountable. The players on the pitch, Arteta wasn't the one defending. Saliba, Ben White, Gabriel, Zinchenko, they have to take blame as well. They're not kids.
Definitely.
They take blame for that. Playing that naive high line. But Arteta, you should be setting them up a lot better since we are 4 years now into our process and they're only about 3-4 months into theirs. You should be doing the job over Man United. That goes down to you. Do you get what I'm saying? This manager has been backed more than enough for us to be comfortably in the top 4. And if anyone wants to argue me that, how the hell can Kante do it with less money spent and in less time?
Anyway, many Arsenal fans actually want Arteta out right now, but I'm not really about Arteta out. I'm giving him this season. I gave Arteta like about 2 seasons to clear things up. And now, he's done that. He has no excuse right now because I was after the players that you have are shitty. And you've kind of gotten the Mustafis out of the way, the Aubameyangs out of the way. So right now he has his own players. He has Jesus, he has Zinchenko. The club has backed you right now. So Arteta has no excuse. I've said this in my own podcast already. Arteta has no excuse. He has to deliver this season. If he doesn't deliver this season, then I would second for him to leave the club politely.
But
to
will
lift
the
the
fans
cup.
hold that up though,
You
bro?
know,
Because last season
but for
they
us to
said
call
that,
for his
and
head
now they're
right
getting
now,
rid of him.
it's what I don't agree, because it's just part of the problem. It's part of the problem. You could even see, even our last coach, he came in, he failed. It's still the same nonsense going on. Let's see. Let's give Arteta this season. He needs to produce. He needs to come with the goods. If he doesn't give us a title this season, either a title or a European League championship, well, then I think it will be time to call it a day with him. So, but let's give him this time. He has his players in, you know, because we don't want any excuse. The excuses that were there. It's not my players. Aubameyang is negative. Is bringing negative influences into the team. Now you have your own players, just go and do the job. So let's see. I'm waiting for Thomas Partey to come back next week, because we really do need him. If we can get him, then we can be able to be competitive. But we really need to go January. Get in players. Get in players. I don't know why Arsenal, why we feel too
How
big.
crazy is this?
Why are
Yeah,
we too big
the
in this
transfer
in the
window
transfer?
just
Why
closed.
do we feel too big in the transfer market? Why do we feel
The
too
transfer
pompous,
window
too
just
big?
closed, bro.
Manchester United have recognized that they're failures. They've brought in a good coach in Ten Hag. And now they spent 85 million pounds bringing Anthony, and he scored against us. So why didn't we go for Cody Gapco? I did a program on my show. I looked in depthly into Cody Gapco from PSV Eindhoven. Why didn't we? It was just rumors. Why didn't we go in for him? We could have actually gotten our own Anthony playing for us yesterday. Why are we so
We bid it for
proud
Rafinha,
to
didn't
go
we? So we
in?
had the money. We bid it for Rafinha, so we had the money. Because why
I
you
don't
bidding if
know.
you ain't got the money then?
In
And you
player
know what's
sales,
crazy,
we're
bro?
having problems. Player sales, we're having problems. We
You
can't
know what's
even
crazy
recoup
what you
any
just said,
amount of
and I
money.
agree.
It's disgraceful, man.
The
It's
transfer
disgraceful.
window, the transfer window has only just closed. Only just closed, and we're now praying just to make it to the next transfer window because we know we're already too short. Can anyone defend this? Can anyone defend
Even
this?
me, bro, trust me, man. I'm a very positive dude, man. If you hang around me, I'm a positive human being. Bro, I don't see any positives in this, man. I was broken yet. See, bro, I was giving my heart yesterday to eat. Like, I had to eat a humble pie, and the humble pie I ate yesterday was just not your normal pies. You buy. I had to actually eat this one. It was so horrible to eat it, man. Yesterday, I had to do lots of damage control yesterday. Roll back on my words and just be humble today. So, man, I come to your show being humbled. Uh, you know, I'll take that humble pie for now.
Nah, you know
Um,
what? Anthony,
you
big up
know,
to you, bro. Big up to you, bro. You're a real
yeah.
man, bro. You're a real man. Because me, if I ever get anything wrong, and I've said it, and I'll say it again, so clip this up, because a lot of people are clipping up a lot of my watch along. Clip this up. If this manager wins me a Premier League or a European title, yeah, then I'll close my mouth. But up until then, I ain't apologizing for nothing, because that is a standard for this manager, the next Arsenal manager, and all the
But
other.
not Ty. But not Ty. What if we go on a run of a run of games, and we don't lose, and we're winning games, and we still stay on top of the league? What will you say?
What's that? Say that again.
What if we go on a run from this loss right now, and
Yeah.
go on a, let's say, maybe a ten unbeaten right now, and we're still top of the table? What will you say?
That doesn't mean anything. Finish in May in the top of the table, and then we win the Premier League. Who cares? We've been on runs under Unai Emery. Unai Emery got us in a run, I think, almost 20 games or something, unbeaten or something. What
I
did it
clearly
lead?
understand that. It's just that yesterday, Arsenal, apart from the other, there was a little bit of a difference with how we played yesterday, with how we used to go to Old Trafford and just totally, capitulate. At least we still had we still had good possession. We still played very well. It's just very, very bad that we had to be at the end of those three goals that they scored us. They were better than all our players, at the time yesterday. When you talk about that game yesterday, they were better because they put the ball at the back of the net. So if you check it, we still did play well yesterday. That's just the only shining light that we have yesterday. So if we can be able to get Partey back and get our mojo back, man, I still see us clinching that top four, and then we go in the January market and buy someone. Then we could still slug it out with them. That's what I think. Oh, Prince Fuad is back.
You see how he doesn't want to jump on the live, though, yeah? This is what I'm going to say.
Prince
Yeah?
Fuad. Okay, yes, we lost one game and you're having a meltdown. It's a results game. We got five and you're moaning about one loss only. Beating the big teams, don't win the league. Prince Fuad, hey man, I like you, man. You know, I really like your person, man. But you see, yeah, I'm one of the positive guys, man. I won't lie to you. But Prince Fuad, you isn't this like a deja vu to you? Us going into Manchester United, Old Trafford, and getting absolutely piped. Not even 1-0, not even 2-0. It's 3-1. We took 3-1 yesterday. I know it's a loss. I know we shouldn't, take it, as a very, very big hit. But man, isn't it deja vu altogether again? Can't you see it? I don't think
Well
we
said,
should be
Anthony.
like.
Well said. Well said, my guy. Yeah? Yeah? Forward. Yeah? You only want to come on the stream when we win, yeah? Where are you when we lose? Because I'm here win or lose. And
Big up
touching
forward, big up forward, because I really like you as a person, man. I really
no, we
like
don't
you,
like
man.
him round here. We just feel sorry for him.
I'm a real I'm a big fan of Fuad, of his positivity and everything. But there are just sometimes you have to be a little bit, you have to bring a little bit of realism into what we're saying, because without that reality, man, we're going to remain in this state, man. We're going to remain in this state. Prince Fuad, do you really want to tell me that with this team right now, without Thomas Partey right now, do you think we would go and beat Manchester City? See, this if you want to win the league, because I declared that we're going to win the league when I saw that we were on a four-game unbeaten run. If you need to win the league, you need to go to places like Old Trafford and shut it down. You need to beat these teams in their homes. I know you don't win the league by doing that, but still, you need to make a statement so that when all these other teams are crawling up to us, then they'll be afraid. They would shiver when they face us. They quake. But right now, every team now that I've seen us being beaten yesterday would have the guts to come up to us, step up to us, look us in the eye, and mark us off one on one. We need to go to this big site and make a statement. And I'm sorry for what yesterday we didn't make a statement.
There you go. Anthony, let the people know where they can follow you, where they can check you out, your channel. Plug it all, bro.
Yeah. Hey guys. First of all, I want to really thank Northside. Northside, I've always been your fan, man. I've always been your fan. We don't see eye to eye in some issues, but I still love what you do. I love what you do. You're that reality check to the club, and it's good. Guys, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Tony Cloud Gunner TV. Northside is actually going to post it on the chat here so that you guys can be able to see it.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
join
post
me.
it now.
I'll be coming up to the show here with Northside most times because he's actually a guy I like him as a person. And as an individual, I really like his person, and I've always followed this channel here since I think almost 2 years now, and I've been following you, Northside. So yeah. So guys, just find me there. You can find me also on Twitter at Tony Cloud Gunner. At Tony Cloud Gunner. You can also find me on Instagram at Tony Cloud Gunner TV. So just go like, subscribe. Right now, this is just the first part of the partnership I have with Northside. So you'll be seeing me here. I have regulars on my show, Deji Spores, of which you know him here. Me and Deji Spores, we have a program in my channel called The Minority Report. We built it together. So me and Deji Spores will always squaring up on Wednesdays. So you could join me on Wednesdays when I square up with Deji Spores. And also, please like, subscribe to Northside. Just like this, like this stream, and I'll always come when Northside wants me to come here. You know.
Nah,
And
come on,
thank you
man.
very much, guys, for having me.
Nah, come on, you're always welcome. This ain't one of those Arsenal channels where you have to see eye to eye to be invited into the channel.
Yeah.
This is why you've seen people like Forward. You don't have to agree with me, and we can debate. You know, obviously, you know, it gets
Yeah.
heated, but it is
It
what it
gets
is.
heated. Yeah, exactly. But trust me, man, not side. There'll be a time me and you will get into an heated argument because I'm just waiting for the wins to come. When the wins come, man, me and you are gonna be battling, bro. No, I'm
Don't,
serious, man.
don't be like the
We're gonna
majority.
battle.
This is why they get egg in their face. This is why they get egg in their face because it always comes back to slap them. I'm telling you, once we get a proper
Exactly,
manager,
man.
once we get a proper manager, a proper scouting director, do you get what I'm saying? Proper
Yeah,
owners, and then they start moving properly, you'll see me
yeah.
be. You'll start thinking I'm the toxic positive because then I'll actually have something to really believe in.
Actually, I was coming to the show to accuse you of that. I'm a straight up guy. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, go on.
Just before the Manchester United match, I was really thinking that I was gonna come here, with the big up chest and just take you down, man. Because I was thinking I was gonna go to Manchester United. Having won 5 games in a row, my morale was high. I was really thinking that by today, sitting down here, I was gonna pick you apart. But you said this all over again, man, and it's happening just like deja vu. Jason Bourne all over again. The amnesia clears up suddenly, and we're back to square one. Our sketch was really opened yesterday, showed who we really are yesterday. It was painful. It was painful. We had a good play yesterday, but it's not good enough. Zaka not good enough. Lokonga not good enough. We need more. We need more. We need more. We need more. And that's why when Northside is talking about standards, don't slag him. It's his own opinion. Everyone has opinions. Don't slag him. Don't come up here and throw abuses on him. Of course, it will help for the views, but don't just come here and abuse him. No, he has his own opinion. So just respect it. So Northside, thanks, man.
You know what? Thank you, bro. And the last thing I'm gonna say, yeah, everyone that says I'm toxic, yeah, why you keep talking about the Invincibles? Because football's about winning. So why are you bringing up the year that we won the title? I'm gonna leave it there. And also, in defense of your dead manager, how come you always talking to me about FA Cup? Yeah, because it's about trophies. You're not talking about the times that we got eighth and eighth, or that
No,
Wenger finished
see,
sixth.
see, not side. That card has been used. See, I've made this clear on my show in my first podcast. Arteta needs to deliver this season. If he does, and the only reason why I'm giving Arteta this season is because I believe that the rot in the club doesn't start from him. It's a long history. It's a long history. They left that club to rot, and right now Arteta is also facing that same rot. Now he has his own team. Now he's brought in Gabriel Jesus. Now he's brought in Zichenko. Thank him very much. Good and okay. Now you have your team. Go and win us the title. That's what I want to see this season. Nothing beyond a title. I want to see a European title with Arsenal this season. If he doesn't get it, then we should be looking at a Pochettino coming into that team. Arteta, there is no excuse. You need to come and get us a title this season. I need a title this season, man. I need a title this season. Arteta should deliver it. I need him to deliver that. If he doesn't deliver it, I'm all up for him to go. I need a title this season. That's clear.
There you
And the only
go.
reason why he's just still there is because of this FA Cup card, and that card has been played out. It's been played out already. It's enough. It's enough. Right now, he needs to produce the goods. He needs to.
The FA Cup wasn't enough to save Arsene Wenger because even a washed up Arsene Wenger used to win FA Cup. So we can't move the bar. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it ain't good
Yeah.
enough. And and Arsene Wenger was a legend. This guy's not even a legend, not as a player nor as a manager. But listen, Anthony, thank you so much for popping on,
Thank you,
bro.
man. Thank you, man. Thank
We
you,
need
man.
to get you back
Hopefully,
soon.
hopefully, I'd like you to come to my show, man, and come do justice to it.
No, listen, I don't mind, man. I'm ready for your
Yeah,
everyone that
man.
watches the show
Although
to see.
you'll be attacked in my show because people know I'm in that moderate side. I have the good part and the negative part everywhere. So you might be ripped apart by the positive ones, but you know, let's see how that goes.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Listen, love from people, make sure you go subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner
Yes,
TV.
Tony
Make sure you
Claude
go
Gunner
support the channel,
TV.
man.
Please subscribe,
I'm
like.
saying.
Thank you
Make sure
very
you
much,
like the
man.
video. And make sure,
Yeah.
dislike the video. If you don't like it, dislike it. Leave a comment down below, whatever. It is what it is. And on that bombshell,
Thanks, guys.
out. Bam,
Thanks,
caramba.
guys. Peace out.